I used to believe that sleep just got worse with age, that tossing and turning at night was just part of growing older. But what if I told you that two simple snacks, yes, snacks, can switch your sleep from restless to restorative? Backed by real research and used in clinical sleep programs, these bedtime bites don't just help you fall asleep. They help you stay asleep for a full 8 hours, without pills, supplements, or a single side effect. And the best part? You probably already have them in your kitchen. The first snack on our sleep hacking list isn't exotic or expensive. In fact, it's something you might have walked past hundreds of times at the grocery store without ever suspecting it held the secret to better sleep: the humble kiwi. Yes, kiwi. That fuzzy green fruit is quietly being studied in sleep clinics around the world for its almost magical ability to extend deep sleep. The secret lies in a powerful combination of natural compounds that work together like nature's sleep formula. Kiwi is rich in antioxidants, serotonin precursors, and folate, all key players in regulating the sleep-wake cycle. But what makes kiwi especially unique is its rare concentration of serotonin itself. Unlike most fruits, kiwi contains measurable amounts of this sleep-promoting neurotransmitter, which helps you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. In a landmark study published in the Asia-Pacific Journal of Clinical Nutrition, adults who ate 2 kiwis 1 hour before bed saw a 42% improvement in total sleep time and a 35% drop in the time it took to fall asleep. That's not a tiny tweak. That's a life-changing shift in sleep quality, achieved through nothing more than a piece of fruit. And here's where it gets even better. Kiwi is incredibly gentle on the digestive system, which is especially important for older adults who might be dealing with acid reflux, sluggish digestion, or medications that interfere with nutrient absorption. Its fiber helps regulate blood sugar overnight, and the natural vitamin C content supports adrenal health, keeping nighttime cortisol levels low so your body can stay in a deeper, more restful sleep. Now, don't just toss kiwi into your day randomly. Timing matters. For best results, enjoy 2 peeled kiwis roughly 60 to 90 minutes before bed. You can slice them fresh, add a sprinkle of cinnamon for an anti-inflammatory boost, or mash them into a light yogurt bowl for a creamy, gut-friendly pre-bed treat. Some even freeze kiwi slices for a chilled bedtime ritual that feels more like dessert than a sleep remedy. And here's a fun fact. Research suggests that the golden variety of kiwi, those yellow-fleshed cousins, may pack an even bigger sleep punch due to slightly higher serotonin content. So if you see them at your local market, grab a few and see which your body responds to best. Coming up next is a surprising snack that's creamy, comforting, and works in a completely different way than kiwi. While kiwi targets neurotransmitters, this next one taps into your brain's natural melatonin factory. No pills needed. You might already have it in your fridge, but chances are you've never used it like this. If kiwi helps you fall asleep faster, this next bedtime snack helps you stay asleep longer. It's tart, a little tangy, and packed with a sleep-supporting secret that has even insomniacs swearing by it. We're talking about tart cherry juice, specifically Montmorency cherries. Not sweet cherry, not cherry-flavored drinks, but the real, tart kind. At first glance, it might seem like an odd choice. But here's the science. Tart cherries are one of the very few natural foods that actually contain melatonin, the same hormone your brain produces to tell your body it's time to wind down. And while many people take melatonin supplements, studies show the body responds better to small, food-based amounts rather than concentrated pills. That's where tart cherry juice shines. In a groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food, adults with chronic insomnia who drank just 8 ounces of tart cherry juice twice a day slept an average of 84 minutes longer each night, without changing anything else about their routine. The researchers found that the juice not only increased melatonin but also reduced levels of cortisol, the stress hormone that often spikes in the middle of the night and causes those 3 a.m. wake-ups. But it's not just about melatonin. Tart cherries also contain tryptophan, an amino acid that the body converts into serotonin, which then becomes melatonin. It's a beautiful, natural sleep loop, and it all starts with this crimson red juice. Here's the best part. Tart cherry juice doesn't just affect sleep, it helps with pain and inflammation too. For seniors dealing with arthritis, restless legs, or general nighttime discomfort, the anthocyanins in tart cherries help calm inflammation, allowing the body to relax more fully into deep, uninterrupted rest. Think of it as a double-action remedy, smoothing out both the body and the mind. Now, to get the benefits, quality matters. You want 100% pure tart cherry juice, not the kind with added sugars or from concentrate. Check the label, and stick with about 4 to 8 ounces, ideally taken 1 to 2 hours before bed. Too much juice, especially if it has sugar, can spike blood sugar and disrupt sleep, so a small glass is perfect. If you want a gentler option, Some seniors enjoy mixing a little tart cherry juice with chamomile tea or warm almond milk to create a soothing bedtime blend that delivers both relaxation and flavor. And yes, there's a powdered version too, tart cherry concentrate powder, that works well when stirred into yogurt or blended into smoothies. For those who don't want to drink liquid before bed, the powder offers the same benefits without the bathroom wake-up calls. Coming up next, we'll take these two powerful foods, kiwi and tart cherry, and show you a quick routine to combine them into a bedtime ritual so easy, it practically lulls your body to sleep on autopilot. Plus, we'll share the worst thing seniors eat after dinner that quietly sabotages deep sleep, even if you've done everything else right. Now that you know the two most powerful bedtime snacks, kiwi and tart cherry juice, the next step is making them work together. Not as a random snack, but as a mini ritual that trains your body to sleep like it did years ago. And here's the truth. The most successful health changes happen when they feel automatic, when they fit into your day like brushing your teeth. Here's how to make it effortless. Start your wind-down window about 90 minutes before bed. Slice up 2 ripe kiwis and let them sit for a few minutes to soften. During this time, pour yourself half a glass, just 4 ounces, of 100% tart cherry juice into your favorite mug or wine glass. Presentation matters. The more this feels like a treat, the more likely you are to repeat it. Now, here's where habit science kicks in. Instead of checking emails or scrolling your phone, use this 10-minute snack moment to transition your mind. You don't need a full meditation. Just sit quietly. Look out a window. Listen to soft music. Or, if you're more active, use this time for light stretches or breathing exercises. Pairing the snacks with a calming behavior tells your brain, this is the new bedtime. In just a few nights, your body starts associating the taste of kiwi and the tang of tart cherry with sleep. Your circadian rhythm begins syncing naturally. And the best part? Unlike pills, there's no risk of grogginess, dependency, or side effects. But now, let's talk about what not to do. Because even if you eat the perfect bedtime snack, one common mistake can cancel it out completely. And unfortunately, this mistake shows up on a shocking number of senior dinner tables. What is it? Chocolate. Especially dark chocolate. Yes, it has antioxidants. Yes, it's delicious. But even a small piece after dinner can quietly sabotage your sleep. That's because chocolate naturally contains caffeine, often more than a can of soda, and theobromine, a compound that stimulates the nervous system. Together, they delay melatonin production and increase nighttime awakenings, particularly in older adults whose systems are more sensitive to stimulants. And the tricky part? You might not feel it like a jolt. It's subtle. Instead of alertness, it shows up as shallow sleep, vivid dreams, tossing and turning, or waking up too early and not knowing why. So if better sleep is your goal, swap that square of chocolate for something smarter. A spoonful of almond butter, a few pistachios, or a small cup of chamomile tea can satisfy that evening craving without hijacking your rest. Coming up next, we're going beyond food. Because while bedtime snacks can reset your body, there's one non-food habit that quietly ruins deep sleep and makes the brain age faster. And most seniors are doing it without even realizing it. Want to know what it is? Let's uncover it. You can eat all the right foods. You can sip your cherry juice and slice your kiwi like clockwork. But if you're still struggling to sleep through the night, the culprit might not be what's on your plate. It might be what's in your living room. The hidden sleep disruptor? Evening screen exposure? Yes, the TV, the tablet, even your smartphone. All of them radiate a form of blue light that tricks your brain into thinking it's still daylight. And for seniors, whose melatonin production is already naturally lower, that artificial light can suppress your body's ability to wind down by as much as 50%. In fact, a Harvard sleep study found that just 90 minutes of screen use before bed delayed melatonin release by 3 full hours. That means your body thinks it's still afternoon, when it's really time to rest. But it's not just the light. The content matters too. Watching the news? Your stress levels spike. Scrolling social media? Your dopamine levels rise. Playing brain games or streaming a suspenseful series? Your nervous system stays alert, even if your eyes feel heavy. The result? You fall asleep feeling wired, not relaxed. And you wake up groggy instead of restored. So what's the solution? You don't have to toss your devices in the trash. You just need to set a digital sunset. Start dimming lights and turning off bright screens at least 1 hour before bedtime. If you must watch TV, use a warm-toned night mode or wear blue light blocking glasses designed for seniors. Better yet, swap the screen time for soft, non-stimulating activities. Reading a paperback, stretching, listening to calming audio stories, or even just doing light journaling. This simple shift helps restore your body's natural circadian rhythm, the internal clock that governs when you feel sleepy and when you feel alert. And the payoff is huge. In a 2022 trial with older adults struggling with insomnia, those who cut screen time after 8 p.m. and swapped in light stretching or music saw sleep quality improve by 73% in just 14 days. So if you've tried everything else and still feel like sleep is slipping away, look around your home. The glowing screen in the corner might be the very thing keeping your mind from fully letting go. Coming up next, we're going to walk through a complete sleep-friendly evening routine, step by step, designed specifically for older adults. One that combines movement, lighting, food, and silence to trigger deep rest without a single pill, and it starts long before you climb into bed. If your nights feel restless, it's not always because of what you're doing right before bed. It's often because of what your body's been building up to throughout the evening. That's why a great night of sleep doesn't begin when your head hits the pillow. It begins 2 hours earlier, with a cascade of quiet signals that tell your brain, it's time to let go. Think of this as your pre-sleep runway. And it doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, the more repeatable and familiar it is, the faster your body learns to respond. Here's a sample routine built for real life, backed by circadian rhythm science and tailored to the rhythms of the aging body. Start about 90 minutes before your desired bedtime. Begin by dimming the lights in your home, not just in the bedroom. Low light signals your pineal gland to begin secreting melatonin. If possible, switch off overhead lights and use warm lamps or even candlelight. The goal is to create an environment that mimics the natural setting of dusk. Next, eat your bedtime snack, 2 peeled kiwis and a small glass of tart cherry juice. Enjoy it slowly. This isn't just food, it's a signal. By keeping the snack consistent in both content and timing, you train your internal clock to associate those flavors and sensations with the onset of sleep. Now here's a powerful secret most people skip: gentle movement. Around 60 minutes before bed, do 5 to 10 minutes of light stretching, tai chi, or a short walk inside your home. Nothing vigorous. Just enough to release tension from your joints, loosen up stiff muscles, and signal the nervous system to switch from go mode to rest mode. After that, take 10 minutes to engage the senses. This can be anything soothing: brushing your skin gently with a soft brush, rubbing lotion on your feet, playing ambient nature sounds, or placing a warm washcloth over your eyes. These small sensory cues help ground the body and calm racing thoughts, especially in older adults who may experience anxiety or restlessness before bed. Then, about 30 minutes before sleep, cut off all screens and switch to non-stimulating activity. Try reading a book with a soft lamp, writing down 3 things you're grateful for, or listening to calming audio. Silence helps regulate cortisol and allow melatonin to flow. Many seniors find that replacing mental input with quiet output, like journaling or sketching, leads to a deeper and more uninterrupted rest. Lastly, enter the bedroom only when you're ready to sleep. This reinforces the association between bed and rest. If your mind starts spinning, don't fight it. Sit up, breathe deeply, and remind yourself, I'm safe, I'm supported, and sleep is coming. Those small affirmations shift the mind from effort to ease. With consistency, this 90-minute ritual becomes a deeply relaxing habit that cues your biology for deep sleep, without medication, supplements, or side effects. And once your body gets the message, it begins doing the work for you. But don't just take my word for it. Coming up next is the story of one senior who reclaimed her energy, her memory, and her joy, just by making these tiny changes each night. Her story could be yours too. I thought it was just part of getting older, she said. You wake up tired, you drift through the day, and you learn to live with it. But deep down, she knew something was off. Her energy was flat. Her memory wasn't as sharp. And the worst part? She started declining invitations to family dinners and game nights, not because she didn't want to go, but because she was just too exhausted to enjoy them. She tried melatonin, herbal teas, white noise machines, even over-the-counter sleep aids. Nothing lasted. Everything either wore off or left her groggy the next morning. But one afternoon, while scrolling through health videos on her tablet, she came across something different. Not a pill, not a product, just food. Simple foods that supported sleep naturally. It sounded too good to be true, but she figured, what did she have to lose? That evening, she picked up a few kiwis and a bottle of unsweetened tart cherry juice from her local grocery store. She dimmed the lights at 8 p.m., turned off the TV a little earlier than usual, and sat quietly with her snack while listening to soft piano music. She felt silly at first, sitting there with 2 pieces of fruit and a mug of cherry juice, but something about it felt calming, like she was giving herself permission to rest instead of forcing it. That night, for the first time in months, Elaine fell asleep in under 30 minutes. She still woke up once, but instead of lying there for hours, she drifted back to sleep within minutes. And when she opened her eyes the next morning, She felt different, lighter, clearer, as if her body had finally exhaled. She kept going. Every night, same ritual. Kiwis, cherry juice, dim lights, light movement, a few stretches, a warm cloth over her eyes. By the end of the second week, she wasn't just sleeping better, she was living better. Her daytime fatigue was gone. She started going for walks again. Her neighbors noticed she smiled more. Her daughter even asked if she'd been taking new supplements. But no, just snacks, just routine, just consistency. And here's what Elaine says now. I thought I needed more pills. I didn't. I just needed to listen to my body and give it what it was quietly asking for all along. Elaine's story isn't rare. In fact, sleep researchers are seeing this same turnaround over and over, especially in seniors who use natural foods and rhythms instead of harsh interventions. Because at the end of the day, the body doesn't forget how to sleep. It just needs the right cues to remember. Now, coming up next, we'll wrap up with the 90-minute window that holds all the power: when to eat, when to move, when to unplug, and how missing it by even 30 minutes can mean the difference between restless tossing and the kind of deep sleep that resets your life. There's a hidden rhythm in your body that most people ignore. It's not about willpower, and it's not about how tired you feel. It's about when you send the right signals. And for seniors, that timing matters more than anything else. We call it the 90-minute sleep window. It's the critical stretch of time before bed when your brain either gets the message to begin winding down or gets misled into staying wired. And here's the kicker. Even if you're eating the right foods, doing the right stretches, and avoiding all the wrong habits, if you miss this window, sleep becomes fragmented, shallow, or slips away entirely. Here's what happens in that 90-minute zone. Your body begins producing melatonin, but only if the environment tells it to. That means the lighting needs to be low, your stress levels need to drop, and your mind needs to stop processing new information. That's why screens are so dangerous, and why quiet routines are so powerful. It's the time when your nervous system shifts gears from go to rest. But what most people don't realize is that this isn't just a countdown to bedtime. It's your body's last chance to shift into a healing state. Miss it by even 20 or 30 minutes, and your melatonin release may be delayed by hours. That's why you can feel exhausted at 9:30 but wide awake at 11. It's not you. It's your body saying, we missed the wave. But once you catch it, once you treat those 90 minutes like sacred territory, something magical happens. Sleep stops feeling like something you chase. It starts feeling like something that gently pulls you in. You fall asleep faster. You stay asleep longer. And most importantly, you wake up feeling like yourself again. Now, here's the real secret. This isn't just about sleep. That 90-minute window affects your memory, your immunity, your mood, even how well your body repairs cells overnight. It's not just a sleep trick. It's a longevity tool, and almost no one over 60 has ever been taught how to use it. So tonight, what will you do with your 90 minutes? Will you chase another episode, another scroll, another late-night snack? Or will you light a lamp, slice a kiwi, pour your cherry juice, and give your body what it's quietly been craving all along? That answer might just change everything.